Hello and welcome to another replay review. This time we are looking at soutpiel or soutpiel playing Orianna. He's a silver 4 player right now, that's here. And yeah, he's playing Orianna and wanted some tips on laning against Katarina. And I think this one will be a little bit of a shorter review because the game is a little bit short, and after like 15 or 18 minutes it's mainly snowballing, so I will only review the first 15 to 16, 17 minutes maybe. So, two things I have to tell you already is you skill too early, which isn't a huge problem this game, because nothing happens, and E is the correct skill against Katarina with your jungle setup, and some matchups with your jungler, maybe if you have like a Lee Sin against, I don't know, some weak early jungler that he wants to invade, you want to skill Q so you can push in and help, but in this matchup skilling E is correct, but you should not skill that early, because if the enemy invades you might want to skill Q to scout and help your team. So just to note, just skill when you arrive at the lane instead of so early in the game. Also, you're defending the wrong side of the jungle, which isn't that much of a problem because Bard is doing your job right here and put a pink here. I think it's from him, yeah, exactly. Wherever he has starts with a pink. Yeah, so it's not a huge problem, but just something to note. Is that Jack's top? Yeah, it is. Good. So you play against a Katarina. You should play the lane early on quite safe, or not quite safe in general, but you shouldn't push, because Katarina will with her Q, and you can like zone the wave at the perfect time. You're basically a little bit late to lane, but not a huge problem. You can freeze the lane right here and zone her from quite a few last hits. Trades with Katarina are quite easy. You just shield her Q and auto attack her like once or twice, then throw your Q, and once you have your Q, and you should almost always win early on. After level 6 it's a little bit more tricky, because she can try to burst you after harassing you a little bit, and you always have to be careful with your ult. So what you're doing right now is a little bit dangerous, because you're walking into melee range, and whenever you're in melee range, Katarina can auto-attack, and you're losing your range with this melee advantage. So instead of walking so far up, you should just throw 2 auto-attacks and then just go back instead of going forward. See, now the trade is almost even. Okay, actually not, because you still proc your Thunderlords, which is good. Again, you had your shield up, you didn't shield hook you. Well, let me get out my notes. Okay. Right now is exactly the spot I meant the wave to be in. You need 2 more minions to hit level 2, and you just want to freeze the wave right here, and always whenever Katarina tries to last hit, you give her an auto attack and then Q. So both of you are level 2. She's not really doing anything. Just freeze the lane right here. Okay, I mean you obviously don't want it to hit the tower, but yeah, it's really good. You need like the enemy wave needs like 2 minions more right now for the wave to be frozen, because it's closer to your turret. Well, you're pushing back for some reason, a little bit at least. Luckily Katarina still throws her Qs out, so it's even, but yeah, you should not push. Also, this is a good spot for Rammus to gank, because Rammus wants to be behind the enemy and have a long way to the turret. Yeah, so don't push back, but you're doing it right now a little bit at least. Again, you're walking into melee range to trade with her. I don't know. This is just basic stuff that shouldn't happen. Just throw your Q at her, throw an auto attack, and then shoot yourself. And don't try to hit your E all the time, because when you walk this way just to hit your E spell, which does like I think 60 damage. Yeah, damage 75% of the shield value, 60 plus 5, so it's 65 damage. And for that you take her W damage and probably the second part of her Q damage. That's way more than 65, so not good. Also, you take an auto attack, another Q and W just because you're standing here. Or even if you do this, just walk back afterwards and try to get more room. If you stand in the turret, she can't really do anything because when she tries to trade with you in melee range, she will take turret shots. If you want to know how to trade more efficiently, I will link a replay. I think an hour ago, I played against a Katarina mid lane. I lost the game, but I think the early laning was quite decent, and you probably can learn a bit from that. Yeah, so you're missing a lot of last hits. If you really want to get better, just practice for 10 minutes every day in a custom game. You don't want the wave to hit the turret. You could have probably tanked it for a bit. Now the wave is reset, almost in the middle of the lane, which is not good because you don't have the safety of the turret anymore in trades. She can just use E on you now, which she couldn't before, which she isn't doing, but yeah, she's walking in for W, which she couldn't do under turret either, so that's something you should be careful of. So, and also, what I forgot to tell you, you skill W at level 3, and I usually don't do this, except I'm expecting a gank. So if Ramos pinged like, oh, I wanna come, then W is useful because of the slow. But since he didn't do that, I would have skilled Q a second time and just skilled W at level 4. And also, because you skilled it at level 3 and actually are using it quite a lot, you're almost out of mana now. Don't push. Don't push. So, you throw your Q not far enough. This happens quite a lot this game, that you just don't hit your Q or throw it too short or something like that, and then only the W hits. But if you throw your Q further, you actually hit the damage of it, which is your main damage source because you're maxing Q, so you should try to hit it on her. And also, if the Q is behind her, and you then press W, she has to walk through a bigger field or for a longer time through your slow field. So that's why you should throw it a little bit further in general. It's not a problem if you throw too far because it still hits her and it still does damage, but it's a problem if you throw it too short. So rather throw it a little bit further than shorter. So yeah, you should be trying to auto her, especially when she has cooldowns. When she doesn't anymore, but she had cooldowns from the threat right now, and when she is going for last hits with auto attacks and has a spells on cooldown, you can auto attack her for free, which you should do. But you need to be careful right now. So I think your play is actually correct, because she has ignite. Or actually, you have barrier. Yeah, I played with teleport last game, but yeah, she has a little bit of kill pressure on you. She might be able to wall in you with QEW ignite auto attack. You might be dead. Might be dying, yeah. Okay, yes. You can't tank the wave anymore because you're so low and you don't have enough mana for your E. But at least you're lasting on a turret quite fine, I think. Yeah, you're getting most of them. Good job. So recalling Radiator is okay. Because you are too low and she could probably kill you with an all-in. Also, you don't know where the jungler is, but you should be moving a little bit back, a little bit further back, so she doesn't see you and try to stop you with a Q. And you interrupt your recall for some reason because you want one more wave. Maybe you don't have enough money. I don't know. Oh yeah, okay, so I get that. Like, stay for 30 more minions or 30 more gold for Chalice. Actually, I think Chalice costs 1,000, right? So you need the whole wave. I'll edit that in. How much ever it is. Okay, just try to get whatever you can. Throw a Q for this one, maybe. Unless you're getting one. How much money do you have? So Ramos wants to come, but it's not a good time to come, and also not the best way. He should have went all the way around. So now she had another Q on you, and if she hits E, auto attack ignite, you're dead. Not anymore because the mark disappeared, but you need to be really careful now. Like 150 HP is really little amount, really small amount. You're only getting XP right now. If you see this happening, just go back and recall. It's not worth it because even with the cannon wave coming right now, this is just not good to stay. You're missing so much CS because you're low HP. Even if you went back like one wave before that and got full life, you full HP, you could have taken these. But actually, Katarina hugely oversteps right now. Gets 2 turret shots, has to flash. Tell that Ramos please, to Ramos please, and has to recall. So you can just push out. And make her even miss a whole wave, which you don't miss. So this is like basically free for you. You're pushing. This is good what you're doing right now. Okay, you're getting every last hit. That's nice. Okay, I'll speed this up. And what you're buying right now is alright, because I would buy Chalice as well, but maybe you shouldn't buy boots this early, because it's not like they have a jungler with a skill shot, or Katarina has a skill shot or anything that you need to dodge. Instead you could have bought a pink ward and some potions. But it's okay, it's not a huge problem. Probably there are some other platinum players who would say boots is fine, because you can walk out of Katarina's ult and stuff. Okay, so Katarina is doing nothing right now, and she can't really roam bot because you have this ward. You see her? Yeah, she's trolling you right now. Can't really do anything, but at least you got a ward from her. Okay, so you should try right now, because you have your Chalice. You should try to just push her in, and you have enough wards, so you're safe. Safe to push her in, and also she just can't roam. If you push her in and she has to clear the wave under turret, you are free to roam and she isn't. Also, a thing that's happening right now is that they have a sustained jungler, and he's doing Drake, and you don't have any vision around it because you only have your lane warded. And there should be probably a ward here, or one here, or one here, so you would have seen where we're coming and taking Drake. I don't know where you're trying to recall. You should put your wards down. I think you actually have one here. This is, I think. Yeah, but I think you have another one which you could put here maybe. Okay, so they take Drake, and you see Ramos is going for Warwick right now, or at least he sees it. But at the same time, Katarina is jumping on you, and you're not really retaliating because you throw your Q not far enough again. I think you only hit W right now. Yeah, and also you didn't shield anything, any of her damage. Also, she has a heal pot which you don't, because you built boots instead, and therefore she is quite the lane pressure right now. At least this one should. So what's happening right now? Let's jump back 15 seconds. Is Ramos is invading, and he's like pinging crazy. Oh, I'm going here, and you see him invading, but you're not clearing the way fast enough. You should just push in so Katarina can't roam, and you might be able to follow Ramos. But you're just auto-taking the wave instead of queuing it. At least Katarina stays for quite the long time, and Ramos kills Warwick anyways. Yeah, Katarina isn't really going for anything. So what you're doing right now isn't bad, because you're doing what maybe you should have done if you had more HP. But since you didn't buy any potions, you're too low to actually follow Katarina. She might jump on you and kill you with ult, so she could burst you from 100 to 0 probably. But at least you have bot with you, so you're probably safe. But yeah, this is dangerous. If you're doing this without any backup, don't do it. But instead, I think you even catch her right now, don't you? Oh no, never mind. That's later in the game. Okay, so yeah, now you're just farming, which is fine. So like the moment Warwick died, a huge amount of map pressure was released, because you don't have to care about his ult for like 30 seconds or even longer. And yeah, you can just push in. Good. You're missing CS, but yeah, that's like basic stuff. You should just go into a custom game and try to practice that. Getting blue buff is nice. You're recalling right after the blue buff, which is not too bad. That is an option you can do, but instead you could have also taken one more wave, I think. Except the next one is a cannon wave. Oh no, never mind. Then this was the correct choice. Yeah, you're building further into your Athenes. You're level 8 right now, so you don't need to switch trinkets yet. So you buy a pink ward, which is great. Tell your team Katarina is roaming. Yeah, you're doing all the stuff quite good, actually. It's just not good that you are in the range of this melee matchup and have like the same amount of CS as she does. Should have been able to accumulate a small lead of maybe like 20 CS or something. So Katarina's coming back. Again, throw your Q too short because you weren't standing far enough, close enough actually. But yeah, not a problem. So you see Warwick top. Just pressure Katarina under tower right now because she didn't recall yet, and you have a huge item advantage. So what you're doing right now is perfect because she can't trade with you at all. She only has like Ether Wisp, and you have Phoenix Codex and Chalice, so you can easily punish her for doing that. Also, you have a blue buff, so you're not limited by mana at the moment. Also, you have smaller cooldowns or shorter cooldowns, and yeah, then this also is really good. Continue to do this because you're getting a huge amount of lane pressure if you just use your ult and to bring the enemy low enough so that he has to recall. So she needs to recall right now. She jumps out with the ward, otherwise you would have actually killed her with another Q auto attack. But it's good that you're not chasing. I know some silver players that would chase right here, so good that you don't. Actually, I think your decision making is way better than silver, but you're probably getting like, I think you're holding yourself back with poor CSing, and maybe lane trading, I don't know. Okay, you're standing randomly around mid lane right now, but you should have already, when you killed her, or when you didn't kill her, but you pushed her back and pushed one more wave. This moment you should have immediately started moving bot side because you saw Pantheon is coming, is almost in ult range, and bot lane is fighting right now. So this is a really good time to roam. But instead you're moving back, running around randomly. Instead, if you don't want to roam because you think you will be too late or whatever, you could have also taken Raptors. But now you're moving way too late. Don't really do anything for all the time. Yeah, for the whole time you were free because Katarina was back. You don't really do anything with this time. And instead, yeah, you don't even get anything from the double kill. So yeah. Again, you don't hit your Q. Just practice that maybe. I know, maybe you're just not comfortable with your mouse, but this wasn't a hard Q to hit. Okay, so you're chasing her right now, and this is probably, I don't think you can kill her at all because nobody is really coming to help you, but you flash right here, although you know that her E is up. So this is, if Katarina was good, she could have already dodged your Q and W, but she didn't. But after that she will just E and actually flash away. So you saw Ramos was coming. It wasn't really worth it to flash right here. Just save your flash next time. Like, Ramos is coming around here, and she's like moving this direction. You can just QW here, and she will be slowed. And right now she just flashes away, doesn't even get taunted. Yeah, you just wasted a summoner right there, but whatever, not a huge problem. Okay, so you're 4 people against, or actually, yeah, you're 4 versus 1. You should try to get the turret, or get a lot of turret damage. Although, I think, yeah, Pantheon wants to stop Jax, which is fine as well. and your teammates are leaving you. So you see, okay, everybody is going top side, and nobody is around mid anymore, and your wards have timed out. So you need to push the lane just fast enough to have a bit of free time, and either recall, which is probably not a good option because you don't have enough money for Athenes yet. But instead, just push out and put your wards down again, because otherwise Warwick will come around. You actually saw him right here, because you still have a deep ward, but you don't run for some reason, I don't know. Now you're dead. This is just probably map awareness. Okay, so what do you buy? You're level 9, you're back. You could have bought a blue trinket. Don't forget that. You stay in base quite long, actually. Whatever. Yeah, you probably waited for enough money for Athenes. So your team kills Katarina, I think. Yeah, they do. So you have a little bit of free time when you come back to lane, and should try to get the turret. Although it's 2v2 since Jhin is coming up. But they can't really kill you. Jhin is too far behind, I think. Actually, he isn't far behind. He has 90 farm. Holy shit. That's a lot. For solo, at least. Oh. Not want to look down at silver players, but just saying it's not usual that you have so much farm as an ADC. Well, you actually have 90 farm as well, but you stayed mid lane all the time, and you still missed a lot, so yeah. You can probably look at my games and look at how much farm I do have at these points to see what you need to do, or just look at pro players, because I still have way more room to improve at even at basic stuff like CSing. So it's okay, you pushed out, and you should see that Kat isn't here. So she's either doing jungle creeps or she's roaming. So you should ping miss at least and tell botline like, okay guys, be careful. But instead you didn't do that, and Bart goes in, and now he's dead because he's caught by Warwick. And you should just push out faster then, so she at least misses a wave. So what the enemy team should do is just rush Baron, rush Drake right now, because they actually don't have a huge advantage. Oh, never mind, I didn't see Jhin was dead, but okay. They still could do Drake, I think, because they have the vision advantage at your mid lane, but it's okay. You're standing around randomly again. Either punish her on the turret for CSing or try to get some jungle creeps. Again, throw your Q too short and get punished by her because you don't shield her damage. Also against an assassin mid lane, you might want to skill E secondly, because the shield actually improves quite a lot. And you also have quite a lot of damage in your team with Pantheon top lane. Like, okay, if you have like a tank support and tank jungle and a tank top lane, of course you want to skill W second because you want the damage, but in this case you probably don't need to. So you just lost so many trades right here that Katarina actually has kill pressure on you again. She might be able to burst you down. Ramos is going for Warwick, and you're following, so that's good. But you still need to be careful. But you have wards right here, so everything's fine. This is good. Your team is getting dragged for free, basically. Also, this ward is really good, and it's just bad by her to not have a ward here or clearing this ward with her support and then still moving here. And yeah, you get a catch on her. I don't think she dies, or probably does because Pantheon is coming. Yeah, he flashes. Actually, yeah, this is really good. Another kill for your team. Shutting Katarina down is important early on. Okay, so yeah, just push because you have the advantage. Nice. Yeah, so you have two options right now. Either you recall and try to deny her a bit more farm, or you try to get some turret damage. I think he could have recalled right here, but it's also fine if you really want to get the turret. But you should still clear the minion wave then, and don't just auto attack the tower, because the spells don't really interrupt the auto attacks, so you will still deal a lot of damage to the tower. So I don't know, Warwick just oversteps. He's 2 levels behind you. Or below you, so why is he engaging? I don't know. And then Ramos comes and he probably dies, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Rip. And then you can take the tower with Ramos. Yeah, this is good. And I think after this it's basically only snowballing. You know, 13 for Pantheon does a lot of good things this game, and yeah. You should probably still recall right here, even though she interrupted you. Oh, never mind, you only stopped because Pantheon said he was ulting. Okay, this is fine. This is totally fine. This is really good, actually, by you, that you're following your teammates. Okay, where's your ult? Not a huge problem. You're just so far ahead right now that you can't really do anything to lose. Or you can, sure you can, but you can still lose, but a lot of bad things need to happen. Just throw your Q out a little bit further. Why don't you just throw your Q at the back line, minions? Because you would have hit the first 2 as well. I don't know. Last guy didn't do that either. I watched Orianna review of, or replay of. Yeah, okay, good. I hope I helped a little bit. And another thing for you is you bought magic pen boots. I forgot that. That's my last note, basically, that you're buying magic pen boots right now, which isn't that bad, but at least consider buying Ionians. I really like Ionians, but I know a lot of pro players don't build them either and build penetration instead, sorcerers. So if you rather play with sorcerers, that's totally fine. Okay, so and yeah, the rest of the game is just very snowbally. Okay, I hope I helped a little bit, and maybe leave some feedback in the comments or on Reddit or whatever, wherever, and yeah, wish you a good day.